Hi friend, welcome to day number 5 of Simply Manifesting 33 Days to Getting Your Heart's Desire. I'm so excited that you're here with me today, but because I'm so excited, I need to get grounded. So if you would please join me in 3 grounding breaths by uncrossing your legs and putting your hands on your lap. Close your eyes and we'll breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. I'm going to breathe in patience and breathe out anger. I want to bring more patience into my life and I want to let the anger go because it's a drag for me and my family. All right, so join me. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. I think it's unbelievable how quickly I can calm down with just 3 breaths. Thank you for doing that with me. The topic today is setting up rituals or a spiritual practice is a must. And yesterday I talked about quieting our minds so we can connect to who we truly are. But you literally can't do it unless you work at it and you practice it. And I don't want to even take the word work at it, unless you commit to it. If you don't do something different, you will keep living the same life. So give yourself the gift of knowing you need to try new things. You need to open your mind. You need to open your heart to receive new things in your life. Einstein said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So if every day you get up the same way, you drive the same way, you think the same thoughts, you listen to the same music, then you will have the same day. But until you show up differently, your life cannot show up differently. Meditation is imperative. Meditation, I think, I've tried to get into it like brushing my teeth. So I brush my teeth, I exercise, I do all these other things, but I'm not taking care of connecting to who I truly am, which is the biggest thing we're here to do, is to go within. We do everything for the outside. I wax my eyebrows, I color my gray hair, I exercise, I buy clothes, I do all of these things for my body. But more important than any of that temporary shit is connecting with who I truly am. So I found that the more I meditate, the more I quiet my mind, the less I eat, the less I drink, the less I yell. So if you're focusing on your diet, go in. If you're focusing on your health, go in, because that is where the change starts. And once you start tapping into your greatness and who you really are, the weight starts falling off, the drinks start declining. You're just clearer and able to live more fully. Okay, so I wrote these things down as happiness practices, but what I'm going to do today is just throw out ideas. If you have your journal, open it. If you have a piece of paper and a pencil, get them. I'm going to throw out ideas, and you can play this back. If I go a little bit too fast, I'll try not to. But these are things you can do to start creating a new life. And if you start these practices, once we get into the actual steps of manifesting, if you are doing these things in conjunction with that, you will be unstoppable. Gratefulness, gratitude is huge to success and abundance. Everyone who is super successful and happy practices gratitude. So there will be different times in the day that you can practice it. If you're feeling down or low, you can look around and be grateful for something. I like to do it before I go to bed. I do 3 bedtime acknowledgments to my husband of what I like that he did that day and what I like that I did that day. And he does the same thing. So as we sleep, we're not only grateful for each other, but we are realizing the gifts that we have instead of focusing on the one thing that pissed us off or spinning about the thing that makes us nervous tomorrow. And then that allows us to have a more sound sleep and to feel good about each other and what's going on in our lives. Partner with power, I talked about yesterday, that you can go arm in arm with the greatest energy on the planet, that you never have to walk alone or scared, that you can take a breath knowing that you're supported and connected just by acknowledging and asking God to partner with you. At bedtime, I like to picture that we have 1,000 angels assigned to each of us, and that they're in a semicircle up in the clouds looking down with their wings spread out, waiting for us to put them to work, to give them something to do. So at night, I like to do bedtime intentions, which is literally I want to clear, I want to remove the obstacle that keeps me from fully loving myself and other people. That when my daughter gets mad at me or slams the door, instead of reacting, that I can have no block to my love for her and go straight into love. So I could go to bed and say, angels, God, I ask that you remove the blocks that are keeping me from the ultimate love that I am and from experiencing the abundance that is waiting for me. Or you can say, hey, angels, I really want to meet a man. Could you please lay a path out for me so I can walk to him? And will you do it in a way that I can see it and I can acknowledge it? So, and then all of a sudden, all of these angels that I think are just waiting for us because they've been assigned to us, go to work and start organizing things. And then when you wake up and something happens, you're like, I'm going to go, I guess I'll go meet my friend for lunch. I wasn't planning on that. I'm going to skip out on work, but I'm going to go do it. And then you meet someone there that catches your eye or makes your heart skip and you start connecting. And when you start waking up and realizing that things you're asking for, when you're awake to receive them, they're there. It's magical. Every time you want to beat yourself up, every time a negative thought comes into your head, there's so many things that I want to do. The 3 breaths are kick-ass, but I like to replace negative thoughts with good thoughts. So if I think, oh my gosh, I'm not an actor, I'm going to fuck this up, I close my eyes and I go, I got you, you're okay. Or if I'm thinking I'm being a bad mom or beating myself up because I just yelled at my kid, I can stop, put my hand on my heart, close my eyes and say, you are doing the best that you can. You've got this. Or I'm fat, I say I'm thin. Or I'm exhausted, I'm going to get a second wind. It's literally just flipping it instantly, and that rises your vibration and it changes in your brain the chemicals that it releases and the endorphins, and it opens you up to receive more abundance in your life. Morning mantra. So every morning before my feet hit the floor, I say, my Lord, my God, use me to be of service. Allow me to be the woman that you created me to be. And that's how I start my day. And then that makes me awake and present to see who I'm supposed to see, to learn from the people I'm supposed to learn from, and to touch and love the people who need me to touch and love them. I'm available for that, touch and loving. You can also get an inspirational book and read from it a tiny bit a day. This is another way. I got this one. This is the Oprah Winfrey one from her Super Soul Sunday. I read this thing that she was talking to Pastor Joel Osteen, whatever his name is. She said, I had a sermon that you preached on the power of I am. And that sermon literally changed how I spoke power into my own life. I was shooting the butler. I had heard that sermon. I was exhausted. We'd been shooting and shooting and shooting, and your voice came into my head that whatever follows the words I am determine what your experience will be. And because, and I started saying, I am getting my second wind. I am going to feel so much better by midnight. I'm going to want to shoot all night. And I'm telling you, I started to feel differently, and I couldn't believe that it happened so quickly. And then the guy said, it's an incredible principle. I don't think we realize that what follows I am, we're inviting into our life. So right now we have a new relationship with the word I am. When I eat too much Mexican food and have too many chips and drink too many margaritas, I say, I am fat. And then I swear the next day I'm like a few pounds heavier. So I'm going to start saying, I am thin. I am in good health. I am healthy. I do not overeat. I am. So I am. Be aware of the power of I am. Whatever you say, I am, will be your truth. You are inviting into your life. I think that's freaking cool. Okay. Read from an inspirational book. Take breathing breaks throughout the day. That is the most accessible, free way for us to chill out, to calm down, to connect with our true self. I'm going to throw out just a couple more, my papers. Intention's amazing. The tool of intention gets you actively involved in your day. You start to steer your ship where you want to go rather than just hoping for the best. Gratitude for breathing. I'm in gratitude for breathing, and take some breaths. Sleep. Sleep is important. Go to bed by 11 and get up at 6. At least 7 hours of sleep. Turn off your devices 30 minutes before your bed. When you're lacking of sleep, you're not only tired, but it's more difficult to be creative and productive, which are key to being successful. Sit down on the potty, close your eyes, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Unless you're going number 2, then you might want to just breathe in and out of your mouth. But these are just simple ways to calm down, to stop your spinning brain, to let you know that your true self is in charge, not your mind, because your mind will make you feel crazy. A spiritual practice is letting your mind, your ego, know that your true self is in charge. And here's the quote I wrote for today. Inside of you always exists joy, abundance, wisdom, and peace. A spiritual practice helps you connect to it. God, help us give ourselves the gift of taking a breath, knowing that our thoughts are not real, they're just thoughts, and that usually they hold us back. Let us give ourselves the gift of slowing down, the gift of tapping into what you have blessed us with, sending love and light out to everyone and to myself today. Amen. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today on day 5. I'll see you tomorrow for day 6 as we deepen in setting a foundation of success. Then we will go into manifesting because we know what we need to do to sustain it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.